name's Ruth, and today I'm going to talk to you very quickly about a really underrated but effective way for you to learn English. And that is the read-along audiobook. So first of all, I'll explain very quickly exactly what they are. Secondly, I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of read-along audiobooks for your language learning. And thirdly, I'm going to talk you through some techniques and some activities that you can use alongside audiobooks to make sure you're getting the best out of them and making them the most efficient, effective tool possible. Okay, so first of all, what exactly is a read-along audiobook? You probably know an audiobook is when somebody, it might be a trained voice actor, reads a text out loud. The difference with a read-along is that in a read-along audiobook, you will have the words on the screen or whatever device you're looking at alongside the audio. So you're basically getting all of the sensory input, you're getting listening and you're getting reading at the same time. Okay, so some of the benefits of read-along audiobooks then for your language learning. First of all, the most obvious one, probably that they are free, generally speaking. I mean, you probably can pay for them, but there are loads of great resources, for example, here on YouTube and other platforms where you can access some free audiobooks. Secondly, you've got all the normal benefits that you would have of exposing yourself to literature. Okay, so you're going to be improving your vocab, getting used to idioms and interesting local expressions, hearing natural dialogue, and, just thinking about interesting questions and introducing yourself to cultural ideas and context. So there's loads of benefits, as with any kind of literature. But there are specific benefits that come along with the fact that this is an audiobook and this is a read-along audiobook, more than that. So obviously, if you're listening to it, it's going to be really good for your listening skills. It just kind of trains your ear to the language, gets you used to hearing your target language, in this case English. For that reason, I sometimes suggest it's a good idea to listen to various different audiobooks, different narrators, ideally with different accents, different types of English, so you can really get used to understanding and comprehending various different voices, which obviously you need to do in the real world. If you think about how young children learn language, often mum or dad sitting down with them with a book and reading along and holding their finger over the words is a real important part of that language process. So we're kind of mimicking that, but in a bit more of a grown-up way. Obviously, the read-along benefit then is not just you've got the audio, but you're also seeing how it's pronounced at the same time. So you're getting listening, you're getting vocab, you're getting grammar, you're getting pronunciation as well. So it's really exposing yourself to language in all its forms, really, all at the same time. So it's very comprehensive and holistic. So my first tip is just to listen, first of all. The great thing about this free resource is that you can listen to it as many times as you like. So I would recommend the first time just sitting back, following along, trying to get as much of the story as you can, enjoying the narrative, and just going along for the ride the first time. It would be on a second listen or even a third one that I would suggest playing around with some of these activities so that you can really challenge yourself. One thing that's really good about audiobooks, especially on YouTube, is that you can change the speed as well. So if on that first listen you notice you're really not understanding anything, it's all going over your head, you're missing a lot, I'd recommend slowing it down. You can put the speed to 0.75, even 0.5 if you want. Really slow it down the first time. And then maybe on a second time or a third one, you can speed it up to normal speed. So one activity that you can do, this is a really good one to help with your pronunciation, is the pause and repeat. Okay, so obviously you've got the script or the words in front of you. So I'd recommend occasionally pausing it and just repeating what the narrator has said. So you can hear their accent and then you can repeat it yourself. This is a good way of you getting your mouth used to really copying a certain accent, especially if there's a particular accent that you want to try and get yourself. This is a really good idea to just pause and repeat. This is something I would always do when I first started learning Spanish, and it was a really good way of improving my accent and getting rid of my strong English accent. Also, we've talked a bit about vocabulary already. I just want to make a point that this is obviously a good opportunity to expose yourself to new words. So occasionally I would recommend, if you come across a new word, pausing, looking it up, making a note of it, challenging yourself to try and use it later on, but not with every word, okay? The main thing is that you're enjoying the story. Another activity that can be a bit more of a challenge perhaps would be treating this as a dictation. Okay, so what I mean by that is that with this you would take away the visual element of the read-along. So just take it away, just listen and practice dictation. So writing down what the narrator is saying. So you're scribing the story. You might want to slow it down for this activity. And then later on, you can use the visual from the video to see how accurate you were. This is a really good way to check your spelling and all of the written elements of the language. One final thing is to come back to audiobooks later on. Especially if you're at a stage where you're seeing lots of improvement in your reading or in your listening skills. Coming back to the same audiobook later on can be a really satisfying way of seeing your progress and seeing how much better you're getting on with your language learning. Okay, so that was just a few little tips that you can use to really get the most out of these read-along audiobooks. As I've said, there are loads that you can find on YouTube. There's lots on my own channel, Ruth Reads, that you can access free always, but also loads of other audiobooks online, even audiobooks by really awesome actors. There's the Harry Potter series narrated by Stephen Fry, so it can be a really good resource to use. And I would recommend not just sticking to one channel, much as I want you just to listen with me, but listen to other ones so you can get used to hearing other voices, other accents, so you can really get good at understanding English. Great, so I hope audiobooks will be something that you can incorporate into your English language journey. I hope they're helpful. If you've got any other tips or techniques that you like to use when you're listening to audiobooks, please share. I love to hear them. Also, let me know, how you incorporate this into your day-to-day routines. Where do you listen to these audiobooks? Are they on the go, or when you're sitting at home studying, or kind of things you like to do? I personally love audiobooks and podcasts when I'm running, but can't read along when you're doing that. But thanks very much for your attention. I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye. If this video was helpful, do give me a thumbs up and share with a friend who's also trying to learn English. Do subscribe to the channel as well if you want to see more content like this.